who have nannies and housekeepers. They will feel it when there's nobody to do childcare.
LA is a goddamn mess. One amazing fact that I just cannot wrap my head around. The fact that our mayor, Karen Bass, is an ex-Venceremos Brigade member. And this is what that is.
Karen Bass, B-A-S-S, has been a big figure in LA politics. And her early activism does tie back to the Venceremos Brigade, which is some chatter. Back in the mid-1970s, when Bass was a young activist, she got involved with the Venceremos Brigade, a group started in 1969 by Americans showing solidarity with the Cuban Revolution. She traveled to Cuba in 1973, helped build houses, and later organized trips for others. The brigade was about supporting Cuba's socialist system and challenging U.S. policies, but it's controversial because some members got trained in guerrilla tactics, and it was linked to groups like the Weather Underground, which the FBI called a... Bass herself was never tied to anything violent, though. Just community organizing and trips to Cuba, at least 14 by 2011. Her involvement's been criticized, especially recently, with some calling it a red flag due to the brigade's Marxist leanings and Cuba ties.
Marxism.
When Fidel Castro died in 2016, she called him Comandante en Jefe and said his passing was a great loss to Cubans, which didn't sit well with everyone. But Bass has said her work was about activism, not extremism, and her focus shifted over time to local issues like housing and child welfare. She's distanced herself from the more radical vibes of her youth, saying she's learned from firsthand accounts about Cuba's complexity.
No. It's funny how she's about welfare and housing, but yet there was a large amount of money that was allotted to reform the homeless issue crisis that's going on in California. And there were tiny homes that were supposed to be built in Long Beach that have not been built. There's money that is just missing that I believe, and quote me if I'm wrong, please. It's under $1 billion. And I think it's like 800 million or 80 million. I forget that one. But it's a significant amount of money that didn't get allocated to no homeless, nothing. What do you think? I mean, I think like once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a T group member, always a T group member. And I know that the left is seemingly very socialistic prone. Just, it promotes laziness, I think, personally. It doesn't promote growth. I don't know.